24 years ago, Diane Kojay from the Canton Chamber of Commerce invited me to become part of the team for the Canton Chamber. It was my first time. I'd never heard of Relay for Life before. I came out with my mom, who was 72 years old, and we walked the track. We took it all in. We absolutely loved it. It was an absolutely amazing community event, and I was hooked. And my mom said to me, I love this so much. If God help me, if I'm feeling good next year, I want to come back. And she did. And the following year, she got breast cancer at 73, which was fine. You know, she came out of that fine and came every year after that, as long as she could, was involved with Relay. Since then, I haven't missed one. And I hope that I can carry on as long as I can, because there's an important mission here for us to do with Relay, and it's such a beautiful community event that the message needs to be heard.
My son had cancer, Hodgkin's lymphoma, when he was 20 years old. And he went into remission in October. In January, I got a call from the American Cancer Society, Jamie, she was awesome. And I worked for the township supervisor, so I had some leverage that I could do things that I wanted to do too. So I went in to him and I said, lady just called about Relay for Life, bringing it to Canton. It's a walk to raise money for cancer. I want to do this. He said, call her back, get it done. And so we did, and it was the whole community, all of the township folks, everybody helped out to get it off the ground. And that was my New Year's resolution that year, is just do something to fundraise for cancer. The Survivor Walk is fabulous. Mm-hmm. And then at the end, the luminary ceremony. If you've lost someone, it's so humbling, and you can really focus on that person as you're walking around the lake. It's a community.
I think it's critical that we maintain an openness about what cancer is, where we've come, how far we've come, how much work we still have to do. In communities now, people are speaking about cancer. They're able to share. They know, because we've brought information to them of how to be able to connect with mentors within the Cancer Society directly, the 800 number that helps them, all the services that are there to help provide. We really feel that it's important to continue within our community and everywhere to get the word out and to help in any way we can. And we know research is critical to this disease and to finding a cure.
You bring in people that have suffered, people that have been caretakers. And so I think it's very important to keep it going too for fundraising for research. Mm-hmm. I mean, every day there's something more on the market that helps these cancer patients not get sick every time they go in, take the anxiety away. There's so many ways that they can make it easier on these people. So it's important, very. It's a great event. It's critical that we have someone like Denise that is willing to take the baton. Somebody has to do it, and it's a lot of work. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of work, and she doesn't have the village that I had.
This is true.
Police, fire, leisure services, everybody, and all I had to do was make a phone call, and they were there for me.
Our community, everybody's community, has changed so much. COVID COVID really caused a big hit for us, and people were not able to come out and do what they had done in the past or chose not to. It doesn't mean they were any less committed to the cause itself. It's just that they weren't willing to be in person and so forth. We're thrilled that in any way you can join us, we're happy that you're there. This 25th anniversary for us to celebrate this as a community is come out and join with us again and celebrate who we are as a community, celebrate the cause, celebrate, remember, and fight back is the motto for the American Cancer Society, and it's what we're part of. And so on every level, we invite people wherever you are and on whatever path, if you can come for half an hour or an hour or stay with us all day, we're happy to have you and we're glad you're with us.
The American Cancer Society has been around for over 110 years, providing patient services, funding research, and advocating on the behalf of cancer survivors, patients, and their caregivers. Our 1-800 number. It is a 24/7 kind of helpline, hotline, if you will, that you can call in and talk to somebody about anything cancer related. So if you can't sleep at night at 2 a.m., you can call and talk to somebody. That's kind of when it's most commonly used. So the number is 1-800-227-2345. The other one that I always like to share is our Road to Recovery program. So it's essentially like Uber for cancer patients, but it's free at no cost to the cancer patient. So you'll have a driver that can come pick you up and drive you to and from any cancer-related appointment. It doesn't just have to be treatment. Relay is so important in the community for so many different reasons. The first is to really kind of create an awareness piece and make sure people are educated on the services that are provided, around screening. So what kind of screenings are necessary at what ages, but also just to create a community for those who are going through treatment, who are survivors, caregivers. It kind of just brings everybody together to celebrate them, but then also educate them. The other piece is all about the fundraising. So in Michigan, we fund over $15 million in research. So just in our local state here. And so that work can't be done without the community support and the fundraising that everybody does. So there's so many reasons why it's important, but we can't do the work, we can't provide the resources, and we can't fund the research without community support like this. I think it's the most important thing is kind of seeing people walk with you on the track. It's kind of that resemblance of they're walking with you through your journey. As a survivor, as a caregiver, cancer can be very isolating, and it can really kind of make people take a step back because they're going through treatment. Maybe they have to physically isolate for their health. And so really knowing that there are people around them, there are people cheering them on, there are people that will support them in any way that they can, bring them that sense that they're back in the community, they're engaged, and that they're not going through this alone, because we want to make sure nobody has to walk that cancer journey alone. And so kind of having this presence, this greater presence, really I think embodies that.
Well, I attended some Relay for Life events downriver when I grew up in Allen Park as a kid, especially in high school. I had some high school friends and parents who were dealing with cancer at the time, so I was able to attend those events just as a guest for them. But I started to get involved in Relay for Life of Canton and Plymouth in 2014. That was my first relay experience here. I had just taken a job here in Canton and had started to get involved in the community. And I was really fortunate to have been invited to join in some of the musical entertainment for these events. So this is actually my 10th Relay for Life here. Well, I've been really blessed to watch the music at these events evolve over the last 10 years, from being sort of a source of entertainment to becoming a core aspect of these events. I think most of us know that music can be filled with hope and inspiration, but also music is healing, and it's a universal language. As Canton and Plymouth's community has continued to diversify and evolve in terms of the different ethnic communities who now reside here, music bridges all those language barriers and those barriers between groups. and allows us to show hope, inspiration, healing, and joy to all different kinds of people who are attending these events. So I don't think music is just entertaining for us, even though it is, and it's fun to listen to. It really is a core feature for Relay for Life, and it's a way for us to communicate to everyone who's attending the power of music and that there's hope for everyone. So personally, over the course of the last 10 years, I, like so many people, have had people in my own life who have been diagnosed with cancer. And some have been very fortunate and survived, and others have passed. And so I feel like each year as I attend these events and participate personally, they become more important to me, and they inspire me more every single year, because there's more and more people in my life now who are directly affected by cancer. And so it's more important than ever for me to be present and to bring about hope and inspiration to all these people that I have met who are dealing, struggling, or who have survived cancer.